Hello, this is Colton Bonstead, voice of Crollo Belialuin from the Midnight D&D podcast. If you're looking for a night of mystery and adventure, make sure to tune in to 91.5 WJHS to listen at midnight to me and 5 of my other friends and go through the Magus campaign. Hope to see you there.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Midnight D&D podcast, the second episode. I'm really hoping that everybody enjoyed our first episode where, for a recap, our adventurers managed to safely land on the shores of Magus, as well as meet their employer, Vincent, at the local bar. And for, I guess, more recap, Ralphyra got put down by Vincent. Crollo deafened everybody with a shriek rock.
Scrub.
I'd do it again.
Finn became the beta male.
Wow.
And Hank and Erazio are now sharing a nice drink with Vincent in the bar.
And Erazio's drunk.
Erazio. My bad. I keep pronouncing it wrong.
How dare you?
Erazio. My bad.
I'm gonna call you E.
That's what my mom calls me.
But all right. So for continuation, where we last left off, Ralphyra and Crollo have now heard a deafening, blood-curdling scream down the street, as well as the sound of a loud horse neighing in the distance.
Hey, Ralphyra, how about we head back inside?
Sounds good to me.
You guys notice that as you guys are walking back in, that the clock tower in the middle of the town begins to ring very loudly. It's kind of strange, but instead of it being at midnight or during another hour, it's going off at 11:11. You guys in the tavern actually hear this. You guys hear it ringing. You notice that everything in the bar kind of just dies real quick. Everybody's quiet. Everybody's stopped eating, stopped drinking. The music has stopped playing. And you see people running around the bar, quickly putting out torches. And you see Luca run to the door and put a big board in front of it, as well as she begins locking the shutters to the windows.
Why are you doing that?
Well, didn't Vincent tell you in that letter he sent you? 11:11 is when the Dolahan comes through town. Luca begins to explain what the Dolahan is, that it's a monster that rides around looking for its head that's been separated from. It's a curse. And she said that it happened to the town's founder. So every night since the town's founder had passed away at 11:11 on Sundays, he comes back through the town and begins taking the heads of its citizens.
He doesn't sound so tough. Let me at him.
I'm not going to take any more chances. I'm going to find a place to hide.
I'm gonna go with Ernie. Hey, you wanna play some checkers or chess while we're waiting?
Ernie? Who's Ernie?
You.
My name's not Ernie.
It is now.
Them's fighting words, bud.
Vinny, what do you want us to do?
Vinny at this point is just kind of laxed back in his chair and he's going,
Are we not calling him Vincent anymore?
you guys can call him whatever. It doesn't really seem to bother him when you call him a different name. It was
I'm
more
gonna call him Vincent.
It was more at
Scares me.
It was more at the point that Ralphyra insulted him.
I'm not going to call him anything. I'm going to stay as far away from that man as I can.
He's the one paying you.
Oh, well, I'll
Do your best.
I'll be nicer this time.
He'll put another hole in this bar floor if you decide to do something stupid.
I'll use the lawful part of my lawful evil.
Vincent kind of looks at you and goes, well, there's only really two options. You stay in the bar, then you just sit here and wait until he goes away, or you guys can go out there and fight him. I mean, hey, I'd do it, but I've had a little bit too much to drink. And he kind of just lays back and you see him close his eyes and he's smiling. He's like, oh, this is the most relaxed I've been in.
You know what? I'll take you up on that offer. Let me out of here. I want to go at him.
So Erazio walks to the door. And as you walk to the door, Luca comes around from the side of the bar and takes the board back off the door and goes, go right ahead. I want to see how this happens. I want to see how this works. I want to see this happen. I'll even open one of the windows to watch.
I'm gonna step in front of Ernie. I'm going out first.
I'll follow at the back in case.
I'd like to find a place to hide.
Stop calling me Ernie.
Never.
Well, I might as well join the crew. Let's
If you want to find a place to hide, roll a hide.
9.
So yeah, you kind of just fade away into the shadows of the bar. Are you gonna follow them in the shadows, or are you?
I'll follow.
You'll follow them in the shadows. All right.
Can I search for her?
Go ahead. Yeah. A search.
A search?
It's a search. You're searching for her. You just said it yourself.
25.
You see her. Clearly, you see her. Because of your low light vision, you can see her very easily.
Okay.
But to other people, it just looks like it's just shadow.
I'm like, I got dark vision as well.
Yeah, but you haven't rolled a search or a spot to see her.
I'm going to broadly say,
You're not drunk. You're kind of like,
Good enough for me.
okay.
But all right. So as soon as you guys step out the door, you're loud galloping, coming closer and closer and closer to you. You hear a loud scraping against the ground, and in the far distance of the left, you see sparks clattering off the stone sidewalk from some object. As the Dolahan gets closer and closer and closer to you, you can smell death. You can smell this reeking, rotting flesh smell coming from the area where the Dolahan is. Roll initiatives. Gonna let you guys into this. The Dolahan rolled a 1.
So
Where's initiative? Oh,
right
it's
by
it.
touch.
I got 8.
Oh.
I got a soft
So
20.
I got a soft 22. What was your initial roll?
19.
Mine was 17. So
I
you
got
go
19.
first.
I got 8.
No, 18. My bad.
So in order, Cam,
Yes.
Me.
Rolled a soft 20.
So it goes me, Ray, Colton, you. I got 8.
Okay.
Oh.
It goes Cameron, Ray, me, Liz, Brandon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then the Dolahan.
all right.
Is he close
And then
to
the
us?
Dolahan. I rolled a 1 for the Dolahan, so that was bad.
I'm gonna call him Doll.
All right. So Hank sees the Dolahan running towards him. Hank, what do you do?
Is he within fist distance?
He is not within fist distance. He's also about 6 feet off the ground riding a horse.
Will he be soon?
He's approaching about, give or take, about 10 feet per second, because this horse is booking it towards you guys.
Okay.
So,
Can I wait until he gets close?
yeah. So you wait a couple seconds, and you guys are just kind of watching this thing just race towards you. And as soon as it gets in punching distance, Hank, what do you do?
I'd like to jump up and stunning fist. I'll
Please
roll forward
roll
for jump.
roll an armor. I need you to see if you can hit through its armor class.
I just rolled a 17.
Plus your melee.
Melee, do I need to roll for that too?
No, your melee you add to your rolls.
Oh, that's a 4, so 17 plus 4 is 21.
All right, now roll damage.
I rolled an 8.
All right, so you guys just see Hank just leap off the ground, and as soon as he leaps off the ground, you notice that he is already stanced as he's in the air, and you see him just rear back his arm, and as soon as it just comes forward, it's almost just a blur. He just punches this thing right in the chest, and the Dolahan flips off the horse as the horse runs forward into the crowd of you guys in between you.
What have I done?
You've disabled him.
Punched a Dolhan in the face. That's what you've done.
What face?
Exactly.
I said in the chest, but close enough.
Whatever.
I feel like the name Dole fits really well because we just
All
turned
right,
into a
Cam,
rag doll.
does your stunning fist have any special effects?
It stuns them for a turn.
It stuns them per turn?
Yes.
All right. So now it is Erazio's turn. My bad.
Don't you forget it.
All right. So after seeing this amazing display of athleticism and physical fighting from this monk, the Dolahan's just on his back, like I would say he's looking around, but he don't have a head. So he's just he's dazed. He's not moving at all. He's just laying there. What are you gonna do?
Well, I was impressed by the monk's showcase of his abilities, so I took it as a show, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch him.
So you're just gonna skip your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
So,
I like that.
in a show of, I don't know, that's pretty good sportsmanship, for just feeling really proud that his teammate and his fellow adventurer managed to just completely just wreck this Dolahan's world instantly with one punch. Erazio just decides to sit back. He just kind of crosses his arms and he's like, "Man, no, Crollo, go."
How far away is this Dolahan with this monk?
Well, if you guys were standing right outside the door and Hank was waiting for punching distance, it's about like 10 feet away from him.
Okay. Is it raining? Anything? Like, what's the weather condition like?
It's raining a bit. I mean, it's still wet from the storm that was blowing around.
Okay, so would I be able to go up and attack in one turn since it's 10 feet?
Yes, you can move and attack.
All right. I would move up to disable the Dolahan and say this. You'd be surprised how much I charge for a job. I'd rub my hands together and use shocking grasp.
All right. I need you to make a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft? Mm-hmm. 22.
As soon as you rub your hands together, you can feel magical energy begin to surge over your hands. But then you notice that in this sudden burst, your magic just seems to get seeped away by the Dolahan as you reach out towards him. It seems as if your energy was being drained away from you as you tried to use it and touch him.
You dare get rid of my spell after that awesome one-liner? Can I kick him?
Sorry, you already did your action for the turn.
He's just out of rage. Can I just, it won't do anything. Just, Sorry. Sorry.
All right. Ralphyra, it's your turn.
I would like to hack him with my dagger.
From the shadows, I do believe that is a sneak attack. So, give me your sneak attack roll, please.
Would that be D20 plus?
That would be, first you need to roll to see if you hit through his armor class, but if you do hit through his armor class, then it will be a sneak attack plus your damage,
Okay, so I rolled a 12.
plus your melee modifier.
So 13.
Unfortunately, you did not hit through the armor class of the Dolahan. So as soon as you kind of leaped out from the shadows, you went to go stab it with the dagger, but as soon as it hit the armor that it was wearing, your dagger just kind of deflected off and scraped against it, making a really loud metally screech, and sparks kind of just flew across the road as you kind of tumbled. I need you to make a tumble check.
I can't add. 17 plus 5.
22.
All right.
22.
22.
There you go.
Yeah, so even biffing it off the armor, you managed to gracefully land. You kind of put your arm out and your hand, and you kind of just sprang up off your hand from the ground and did like a little tumble in the air and landed back on your feet. You kind of just like looked back at the Dolahan to make sure that it hadn't moved or anything. You just see this long crease from where your dagger had scraped across its armor. Finn, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
Is the Dolahan on the ground still, or
The Dolahan is still on the ground. It seems to be that it was stunned by the punch
Okay.
from Hank.
Okay. I'm going to go up to it and try cutting off one or two of the horse's legs that it's on. It's no longer on the horse.
No,
The horse ran.
Hank
I knocked him
punched
clean
it off the horse.
Then I'll just try slashing at him.
You're gonna just kind of,
I'll stand there and just
all right,
slash him.
give me a armor. You gotta try to hit through its armor, so roll a d20.
23.
23. Yeah, you hit through its armor really bad. All right, so I need you to roll damage.
So it's 1d8/1d8, so I don't...
All right.
So it's...
So you hit for 10. Fair enough.
Can I do roll for double damage?
Did you roll a 19? Or would you roll a 19?
For armor, yes. I rolled 19 plus
my melee.
All right, guys, you hit the first critical of the game. The first critical of the game. All right, nice. Brent, I'm going to need you to double your damage.
So that's...
Hit it again. 18. I need you to roll a d20 again to see if you get a perfect crit. If you hit a 20 or a 19, you get a perfect crit, and that times 4 is your damage.
2.
Oof. Wow. All right, so you did... Let me think. I got to see about this. You did 20 damage. So you guys see Finn just run up, and he kind of just brings the sword around, and it just straight up just goes right into the Dolahan's chest, separating his upper half from his lower half. Whoa. And as Finn brings back up the sword, he kind of goes, "I'm not done with you." And he just brings it down again. So you just see him, he split this Dolahan into 3 parts. It's just shadowy. It's like the shadowy miasma has just kind of been spewing from the parts that have been separated.
I'm going to turn around and say, don't confuse me for some kind of weakling.
The Dolahan begins to pull itself back together. Its 3 segmented pieces begin to meld back into one body. It's still laying there, stunned on the ground, but it seems that this is more of a magical thing happening and pulling it back together. It could be the curse. You guys do not know. Crollo?
Finn, don't go acting all cool. Your attack didn't do anything either.
Your attack didn't do anything? Are you kidding me? I barely grazed him.
You scratched his armor. That's more than what he did.
It is Hank the Tank's turn.
And I'll do it again.
Okay.
Time to do a flurry of blows on the pieces on the ground.
They're pulling themselves back together.
It is now like almost a half solid mass.
Okay. Rolled an 18.
It did hit through its armor class.
I was gonna say, that's a little absurd.
Its armor class is a 14.
Ooh.
Okay.
I was lowballing it to try to make it easier for you guys, but I guess I could have made it harder.
Yeah.
I just got a little lucky at the start.
He's a little...
All right, Hank. So roll your damage. Let's see what you got.
So I rolled a 6, and I roll a 3. So do I do 7?
Yeah. Okay. So you guys... Oh, are you minusing the 2 off your roll? No, it was only for the roll of hitting through armor.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So you guys see Hank. He just kind of gets up from where he had landed from the jump and runs towards the now forming back together half solid mass, half kind of like a shadowy miasma.
Miasma.
My bad. Miasma. And you see him just throw one just solid punch, which it just seems to rock this entire body, and it kind of begins to dissipate into a shadow from this side, and he just comes around with another left hook and hits the solid part on the left side and just makes it just disappear into a shadowy burst backwards. At this exact moment, at the same time behind you, you hear this horse that had been riding it sounds like it is just dying at this point. And you see it begins to dissipate as well with the Dolahan. And you notice that the scythe that the Dolahan was wielding begins to vaporize as well into the shadows as it sinks away. You guys have successfully defeated the Dolahan.
I didn't even have to do anything, guys.
All right.
You passed
Take
your
that,
turn.
tall and ghastly. Tall and ghastly.
You guys notice that in the wake of the shadow, you see some wisps of this clothing substance on the ground, sitting where it had laid, left over.
I'll walk up to it.
So Finn, you walk up to it and you kind of look at it, and are you gonna touch it? Are you gonna grasp it?
Yeah, I'll grab it and have it in my hand to look at it.
I'm gonna grab it before him.
Roll reflex, Finn. You're trying to beat him to it, so let's see.
19. Beat that, Finn.
So yeah, Finn, as soon as you're going to grab it, you notice that Crollo, just from the side of you, you didn't even know it was
Not if I
Crollo.
swoop in.
Beat a 19. How about that?
She probably could.
Okay, she probably beat it.
I got a 20.
All right, so yeah. So yeah, you notice that from the side, Crollo just swoops in real quick to go to grab it, but then at the same time, right in front of Crollo, Ralphyra just dives in, grabs it, tumbles away, and then just lands on her feet. Ralphyra, you notice that as soon as you touch this black clothing, shadowy substance, that your hand has instantly become ice cold from touching it. It's not hurting you, but your hands became a bit paler than what you already were. But it's giving off this really off feeling to you. You can almost feel evil resonating off of it. You notice that the smell is also that same smell you smelled when the Dolhan first showed its face. It's just reeking of a rotting corpse.
Its face, it didn't have a face.
That's funny.
It's a figure of speech, guys. But within the wrappings, you notice that there's a key.
How far up is the ice on Ralphyra's?
It's not actually freezing up her arm. As you're looking at this key and you're holding that wrappings, you can notice that your veins are turning black and you can feel the cold resonating up your arm.
Do I see this?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna bring out my mortar and pestle, the bowl and the little masher.
Mhm.
You idiot, put it in this. Put it in the bowl part.
Okay.
We put it in the bowl. Now we got a key in a bowl.
You notice
what happens to her hand?
Nothing, because she's still holding the wrappings. The key was not the thing doing it. It was the wrappings.
Can I drop it?
You can, yes.
Do I have to roll?
No.
Okay.
As soon as Ralphyra drops the wrappings from her hands, you see color beginning to return as your veins return back to normal. Your hand begins to warm back up to a normal temperature of a living person. You notice that the wrappings on the ground are kind of just sitting there, but the water that was around it is now frozen.
Good. It's out of my hand.
I'm going to quickly grab it and put it in the bowl.
All right, so you put it in the bowl
With the key.
with the key.
Yeah. It's just in this, mini stone bowl.
All right, so with this, you hear someone open the door to the tavern as they walk out. You notice it's Vincent, and Vincent goes, "Oh, well, it seems you guys were able to scare him off for a bit. He'll be back next Sunday, though. Oh man, maybe I had a little too much."
Mr. Vincent, will you be able to explain what this is? And I'll hand him the bowl.
He goes, "It's just dark magic that's taken a physical form." Makes sense. I mean, the Dolhan literally pours it off of them. He mainly usually has it from his horse, but the only way you could have ripped this off is if someone hit him really hard before he was able to get off his horse.
Boy, I wonder.
What about the key?
He goes, "Oh, that's the key to the old lighthouse. The only way to get through there is through the sewers, though. Well, I mean, I have the key to the well if you guys want to ever try to take on that expedition." At this moment in time, you notice that two people walk out of the bar and quickly run to the right away from you guys. You notice it's two men.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
This does not deter them. They keep running.
Stop or I'll throw.
This does not deter them. One of them goes, "Oi, pipsqueak, I don't care what you say, you can throw what you want at me."
It's at this point in time where I decide to take out my javelin and huck it at him.
No, don't.
All right. So
You made the call.
Erazio has decided to throw a javelin.
Can I stop him?
No.
Can I stop
I
him?
want to.
You guys can
do
try
it.
to roll out reflex him, but he's going there.
Nat 20.
19.
So you notice that both of them jump on you as you reach out for your javelin. And you notice that Crollo has grabbed a hold of your arm and is holding your arm back in this position. And that Ralphyra has kind of put her hands or an arm over the javelin holster that you have on your back to stop you from touching them. You need to make a strength check, and you need to make a strength check.
I have a question. So can I start a spell but not cast it? So I have Ray of Frost. Can I make it so that my hands feel cold on him?
No.
4. Okay, so
If you cast the spell, it has to be cast. Yes, Hank.
Can I stunning fist?
You cannot stunning fist unless we are in combat. This is not combat. I apologize.
That's a
Oh my lord. Nat 20 again. Let's go.
On a strength check?
Yeah. What? Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go. I'm not letting him
He's on a
strength
roll.
So it's whatever I roll plus my strength, correct?
Correct.
29.
with Nat 20. With Nat 20.
Doesn't it go to the ability score?
No.
Oh, it's the modifier. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. 16 then.
Yeah. Somehow, Crollo, being this dainty looking elf man, has a lot more muscle mass than you had first assumed. So as you go to try to rip your javelin out of the holster, Ralphyra kind of has a hold on them to stop that. But you aren't being able to move your arm because Crollo has your arm locked back. Like your joint is cracking because he's pulling back on it so hard.
Can I intimidate?
Yes, you can intimidate.
6.
Wait, why is he trying to intimidate me?
Because he was going to try to scare you from doing it.
Funny.
Can I try getting Crollo and Ralphyra? I'm gonna try getting them off of him.
You're going to roll strength to pull them both off? That's two separate strength checks.
Yeah.
You guys need to roll strength checks as well to try to hold on. Actually, no, that'd be a grapple. My bad. You guys got to roll grapples to hold on to it.
Just keep in mind, this is all happening because I decided to throw at my javelin.
You rolled a 19.
18.
18.
Yes, no. Finn is a very, very strong elf. He's a lot more bulkier than both you and Ralphyra, and he grabs you guys by your backs, by the colors of your whatever you're wearing. You're wearing leather armor, and I think you're wearing leather armor as well.
Yeah.
He grabs you both by your leather piece of your neck and rips you off of Erazio.
Can I do tumble?
He did not throw you back. He's just holding you up in the air.
Can I release him?
Can
I pull forward and get him off?
you guys are off of him now.
Oh.
You guys have nothing to grab onto. You guys are kind of just sitting in the air.
I put them down beside me.
I cast Ray of Frost while saying, "Hey Finn, freeze."
Roll initiatives.
I love creating chaos.
17.
12.
All right. Yes, Hank.
Yeah, can I grab the person trying to throw a javelin and toss him into the bar?
Right now I'm basically like this.
grabbed me.
At this moment, you guys are arguing and fighting and trying to hurt each other. You notice Vincent and he snaps his fingers. You guys all freeze. You guys all just freeze in place. You guys can look around. You guys can hear and see everything and breathe. But besides that, your bodies are not moving at all. And Vincent goes, I hired you guys to try to save the city, like save the town of Magus, not bicker and fight between each other about two random bar people that decided to run away from the bar.
If I roll high enough will, can I talk during this?
I'll let it happen, yeah.
Okay. 13.
You can kind of like this, you can talk like this.
Then do you know who those people are?
He goes, they're just the regulars in town, Baron and Banks. They come into the bar every day. Every day.
So I was right.
Right about what?
Having these idiots not attack them.
I mean, hey, no one would miss them. But, I mean, I guess if you didn't want to get the guards all over you guys, yeah, that was a good idea.
Can I roll will to speak?
Sure. That'd be soft.
Soft 20.
But anyways,
I
you
don't
guys
know the term.
you guys notice that Erazio is actually able to move. Like his body's kind of moving slow, but you're actually able to move from your just pure will.
You
Crollo?
dare one up me?
I was just doing what they asked.
Ralphyra,
Will to speak?
you're able to do the like this like Crollo can.
What is this lighthouse key for?
And Vincent's like, oh, it's for the lighthouse, obviously. I mean, it's locked all the time. You know, like, what do you want me to do? It's a key.
Why was it given to me?
wasn't given to you. The Dolahan just likes to sit around the lighthouse area a lot.
Okay.
So can you unfreeze us so we can rest for the night and then go investigate this lighthouse?
He goes, better idea. He snaps again. You guys are in the hotel now. You guys are all sitting there with him, and he's like, I'll pay for you guys' rooms for the week.
Thank you.
All right. You can't talk.
Oh. I didn't know if you were so frozen.
Oh, no, you guys are still frozen. He can move a little bit.
Thank you.
You guys can talk a little bit. He goes, you know what? He snaps, and you guys can move your heads around and talk normally now.
Thank you.
I'd like to apologize.
He goes, yeah, it's okay. A lot of people think that I'm a weaker guy because of my old age and my body type. But, you know, when you've been alive for thousands of years, that tends to happen.
I've been around for 118, so I've been a few places.
Yes, Crollo.
First of all, sorry, Vincent, for the outburst. And also, Finn, you idiot. Those were the bar regulars.
I wasn't trying to attack him. I was trying to get you guys off of Erazio.
Yeah, who was trying to attack them, therefore you were on his side.
I wasn't on anyone's side.
Then
Looked
why'd
like you
stop
guys,
me.
because you guys were looking like you were gonna kill him.
I wasn't going to kill anyone.
Vincent goes, enough. You guys need to stop bickering. You need to begin to work as a team, or you guys are going to die here.
We don't even know who each other is other than the names.
Oh, well, Hank, he's a monk. Horatio, he's a half-orc. You're a wood elf that steals stuff. Crollo is an elf that does magic. And Finn is an elf that fights with a sword. There you go. Now you guys know each other. Now, if we can get any further along than standing here looking like a bunch of idiots.
I just have a quick question. Is there anywhere where I can get more shriek rocks?
You can always check the market.
All right, thank you.
But why don't you guys hit the hay for the night? I'm sure you guys are extremely tired from, that ship ride.
3 of us don't sleep.
Well, whatever you guys do, meditate, sleep, whatever. I mean, hey.
Where's our rooms?
See them 5 rooms up there? You guys can just choose amongst yourself. You guys want to sleep in the same room together? Sleep in the same room together. I don't care.
I'll pass.
I call the middle one.
I'll do the closest one to her.
The stairs?
Yes.
I'll take the end.
I don't mind. As long as I get a room to myself, I don't care which one it is.
He goes, now look, you guys are getting together. This is great. Isn't this so much better than you guys arguing and fighting all the time?
Thanks, Dad.
No problem.
Seems quite fun, though.
I'm about 3 times as old as your oldest person in your species. So, I mean, hey. And with this, Vincent snaps his fingers and is gone.
Hey, Vincent, we still can't move.
He goes, you hear him upstairs down the hall. He goes, oh, sorry. You guys can now move.
Oh my gosh, my arms.
Does it feel worse or better than that time I put you into the floor in the bar?
I feel wonderful.
Oh, and then I freezed you long enough. But whatever. You guys have a nice night. Try to get some sleep.
You know, I really like this Vincent guy.
He's a cool character.
Says you.
You guys better not keep me up at night, or I have a shriek rock with your name on it.
I'm the one with the wool blanket.
No comment.
Of course you don't have a comment.
All right, I'm gonna go saw some logs. Good night, everyone.
What?
He's gonna
Snoring.
go. Yeah, he's gonna go snore, sawing logs.
See, I've never been around people who sleep, so I have no idea. Finn, are you neutral good?
I'm lawful good.
That's even better.
Oh, the contrast.
He's our little muffin.
And with this, do you guys want to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Or well.
Would you like me to fast forward you through the sleep and
No.
the trance?
Okay, so
I vote no.
I have a question. So I don't need to sleep, but can I sleep?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to sleep and not meditate.
I sleep with my battle axe.
All right.
I cry.
All right.
logs.
So,
I'll
saw
meditate.
logs, you're meditating. All right. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it off until next episode. But thank you guys very much for listening to the WJHS podcast of the Midnight D&D. Also, if you guys would like to, please check out the esports club. If you need to get a hold of anybody, please get a hold of Mr. Glaza or Jay Urschel, and you'll be able to get any information that you need. Well, thank you guys for listening and tuning in. Tune in next Friday on Midnight D&D.